Hello and welcome to Yoda Soda Creations, a podcast. Subscribe for friends, source after this suck maybe see filter recent.
Yep, here once again, regular schedule time. Yeah, so yeah, this week's been interesting. I've slowly been getting better. Like, yeah, I'm like 99% better from being sick. Still occasional clog, but it's not that bad. So yeah, this week. So, yeah, Monday was normal. Don't remember what I did on Monday. Tuesday, we actually ended up checking out Salt and Straw. I actually tried a couple different flavors. One was, I believe, okay, so I got like a double scoop in a waffle cone. One of the flavors was, I believe, it was chocolate caramel potato chip banana bread, and the other one was passion fruit yuzu mochi donut whey curd. They were interesting. But yeah, then had a couple busy weeks, not weeks, couple busy days at work, and then didn't actually have work yesterday, but I have work tomorrow. Yay. Uh, got some streams in, finished up the main storyline of Pokemon Scarlet, so I'm done with that for a while. I will get back to it eventually, but for now I'm gonna be sticking to Yellow and then Gen 2 and whatever when I get to it, and some other game. So, let's see now. Yeah, should theoretically be getting my SNES EverDrive soon, which means I'll have to order an SD card at some point. Don't need like a big one. Like, I mean, hell, I think a 16 gig would be more than enough. Because SNES ROMs aren't that big. Typically, I want to say like 16 megabytes, 32 at the most, I think, give or take. Yeah, also need to order the wireless controller as well. But I'm just gonna wait till the EverDrive actually gets here before I do any of that. Uh, yeah, next week's also gonna be kind of busy. Well, okay, Wednesday, Thursday will be busy. Friday is yet another zero, so for all I know, I won't have to work that Friday either. But yeah, for food stuff, I've actually been making myself some pizzas for dinner. Yeah, I got a nice wheat tortilla, beginning glaze with some olive oil, pepper, salt. Toss it in the oven for 5 minutes just to prep it. Then a white sauce, Mexican blend cheese, pepperonis, and mushrooms. Toss it in the oven for about 5 minutes. It's good. And we actually have these pizza pans that I've been using. Turned out pretty good. We could have put it in a bit longer, but I mean, everything was cooked. But, like, it could have been a little crispier. But yeah, it's just, doing my game recordings, doing my video editing. I'm like halfway through Pokemon Yellow and it's only been 2 episodes. Which really is how it should be, because, like I've said, the further along the series, the more I feel like it's fine to just kind of cheese it. But yeah, only 3 more Pokemon to get. The Fossil Evolutions and Lickitung. And I can't get Lickitung until the post-game. I mean, okay, yeah, there is a trade for it, but I want to try to acquire all of them by hand, not by trade. Like, the only one you can't actually capture in Gen 1 is a Mr. Mime. Which is weird if you think about it. Like, you'd think that at the very least in one of the games, it would be available to capture, like, I don't know, in the post-game Cerulean Cave, like, in one game, instead of finding Jinx or something, you'd find Mr. Mime, or I don't know. Uh, yeah. But yeah, Erica put up a really good fight. Like I almost lost, not gonna lie. Like I was a little underleveled, but not by much. Uh, yeah. Anyway, that's been my week. So how have you been doing? Oh, also since last week I moved my microphone down onto a desktop stand as opposed to the overhead one. So hopefully it helps with the audio levels or whatever. Okay, partly I wanted it there that way it's just not, in the way anymore. This way I can actually see the top screen.
Sunday action, and then trying to figure out a bit of a backlog. Kind of came real afterwards, so that I'm also still be getting some more things for your other monthlies or something for future con. our plans for the next couple months. Twitch stream, although slightly shorter. Having some bits in regards to completion before the next game comes out. As well as a few other technical issues. I'll fix that before it goes up. Did a bit of prep for the for a couple more sessions. I'm not sure if the other one will be having it next week. Just managed to get the sheath in despite some slight disruptions, a few other adjustments still seem to be made to my personal schedule. Also need to arrange something. Also need to get together the right things for next weekend with the possibility of a visitation as well as shared celebration of sorts. feels like there's a bit more to look forward to. Coming days rather than really highlights in between our casts.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, oh, yeah, finally another pony episode. About time. So yeah, episode stuff. So Misty had this made this new spell, and oops, we're inside a book now. Yeah, it's like so they have to go through these quests in order to get out. So it's like um uh, so there's like a floor puzzle, a race against a dragon, fighting the gingerbread house crab thing, and then fighting the big bad. Like, oh no, they're not doing great. But Misty does her whole like, oh yeah, something something in Cutie Mark's speech, and bam, okay, get to see her memories. Like, oh, you just want friends. Hey guys, he wants friends. Let's be friends. It's all good. And then the fairy that sent them on their quest, like, oh, you're still alive, huh? I guess I'll send you home or whatever. Yada yada. Bam. It's like, was it actually in the book, or did it act as a conduit to a alternate dimension? It's like, okay, how real was this place? It's kind of vague. It's like, for all we know, it could be one of those sub dimensions like the Breezy Market.
Got some hints of D&D though,
Yeah.
or should we say O and O?
Although when they were first being sucked into the book, my first thoughts were, oh, hey, I remember this boss fight. One of the data battles in Kingdom Hearts 2, if you don't know. So yeah, interesting episode. No real nothing that really furthers the general plot line. Which, I mean, they don't all have to do that, but it's like with how the shows keeps getting delayed, it's like, I don't know. and the fact that like it'll be switching between like full length episodes and short episodes every now and then. It's like, so are the full length episodes going to be like the plot important ones, and the short ones slice of life again? To it kind of feels like they just don't really know what to do with the series, because it's like, okay, first we had like YouTube for slice of life stuff mostly, and then the Netflix for the plot relevant stuff. But then Netflix ended, so now YouTube stuff for plot relevant stuff and some slice of life stuff. But now, like, got that full episode length episode for plot stuff, and now I don't know. Kind of feels like they didn't exactly plan the series out that great. As far as like, I don't know. Mind you, we still are in the starting arcs of the whole new villain thing. So, and given that Opaline had like what 6 sets of Netflix episodes or something. But yeah, just like I don't know.
If you're interested in the quote-unquote final boss, if any of you designed callbacks,
Hmm? But yeah, just like the general show pacing is all over the place.
I could have started the book very sounds a little familiar, though. Turns out it's third person, just sounds closely similar. Her attitude's a bit interesting. uh,
Uh, all right, episode does kind of like have a similar vibe to that one episode with Discord and the guys during game night. But yeah, they're still doing that whole old like, oh yeah, this is the whole old like, oh yeah, this is my whole thing, yada yada, cutie mark speech. And it's like, yeah, this is gonna be a thing. It's like, I know I'm outside the intended demographic, but it's like, it's already starting to get a bit old.
I think they're trying to keep it relevant for certain necessary points.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it feels like there's still some kind of building up they're trying to accomplish.
Yeah, and uh,
Something possible. Balancing act, juggling creative decisions, and
yeah.
there's clearly something. Just the focus might be not quite as sharp as it's kind of started out as.
Yeah. Ooh, another comparison. When the main Six and Spike got sucked into the comic book. So yeah, kind of like a mix between that and the game night episode. And then the other thing we watched. Spider-Man 3, Web of Shadows. I mean, Bionicle 3, Web of Shadows. uh, so yeah, this takes place after the second film, but before the first. So yeah, I remember last time when I said like, oh yeah, they depowered themselves to awaken all the other people that were imprisoned and stuff. I guess it was only a temporary power down because yeah, they're back to normal at the beginning of this one. Like okay, heading back, getting the rest of them, and
I
whoops, ran into a but
I'd say that ending scene. I'd say that ending scene later shi- was later shifted when this came out.
ah. But yeah, so they're heading back, and oh, whoops, sniper ambush, and they're captured. Now, how is it that the old games used to say, oh yeah, game over, yeah! Uh, so yeah, they get captured by the big bads, the supposedly evil ruler guy, and the lady who's actually pulling all the spiderweb strings. Yeah, so it's like, okay, we got them, let's get rid of them. It's like, oh, but would this really count as a challenge? Like, no, no, yeah, basically, the lady villain's totally playing this guy, and it's not even funny how like, ooh yeah. So long story short, yeah, the main group gets infected, metamorphosized into not beautiful butterflies. Definitely not, despite being cocooned like that. But yeah, now they only have one hand and one weapon arm. So yeah, that's not great. Also, everyone also oh like they're giving the leader guy a bad time because like okay oh yeah he led us into a trap and got us captured like hey. So yeah they're all bickering and and the leader's just like kind of pissed about how his day's been going. But like, okay, they're falling to their doom, but they get rescued. Like, okay, yeah, I'm falling back into recap mode again. Okay, cutting back. So basically, because of the bickering, the leaders all like, grr, arg, screw it, I can do this myself. Which ends up getting, which ends up with him being manipulated by the enemy. With the rest of the group, they have to find this one guy who may or may not exist to cure the situation. Of course, it's pointed out like, okay, you're facing a great enemy who've essentially been given a power up, more or less. I mean, yeah, you only have one proper hand, but hey, look at this cool weapon on the other. Like, how about you use that first, and then see about fixing all that after we deal with the current crisis. But yeah, they have to go on a quest to find that guy. Meanwhile, the leader's like, grr, all emo. It's like, people suck. And it's like, oh, you can join. The manager's like, you can join us. Okay, mainly it's the lady doing doing all the talking here. It's like, the other guy, he's weak. But long story short, yeah, the group finds the guy, points out like, okay, use your current upgrades now, fix later. But I feel for you guys, I'll join ya. So they invade the base of the bad guys. The guy who is really getting on the leader's case confronts him, and it's like, okay, yeah, I was kind of a dick. Sorry, but we really need you. Like all part of the whole thing is supposed to be like unity and all of that. So come on, work with us. And he eventually gets through to him. Like, meanwhile, the bad guy, but not actually the main bad guy, it gets totally wrecked by the guy the group found, and like, okay, now the lady's in charge. And like, haha, now I have all the power and stuff, and but hey, we have all these upgrades. Blast her! And so they blast her. It's like, oh, you fools! Your friend is on my side. Yeah, about that. And like, so keep in mind, she's had this whole army of like these mech spider things. But yeah, slight oopsie on her part. She had the main leader guy put them under the Toa leader's control. Like, okay, guys, you're good here. You can leave. You're free. And like the spiders look around like, okay, we're out. Which kind of makes me think like, okay, was that the plan all along? Was he actually playing her, or is that just something he thought of at the last moment? Because it could theoretically go either way. I mean, he was kind of all pissy. It's like, yeah, but on the other hand, if he was playing the long game, that would be actually brilliant. But yeah, the villain gets blasted, and oh no, she had this crystal fragment from connected to where Makuta was imprisoned, and now he's free. Think they called it a Heartstone or something, or as I put it, oh yeah, no, I know how this goes. Now the leader guy will stab the crystal into his head and become the next vessel or incarnation of Diablo. seriously, that's how Diablo ends. The main character takes Diablo's soul stone and shoves it into his head, because clearly that must be the way to contain it. Do not embed the soul crystal of an evil being into yourself. It never ends well. But like, oh no, Makuta's been freed. But the leader guy's like, I'm not all that fan of him anymore. Like, eh, we'll deal with it when it comes up. So yeah, they rescue all the other people that were imprisoned, take their airships to Madanui, and wait, hold on. If they defeated the great evil sort of that was in control of Metronui, why are they now going to Madanui? I mean, yeah, Makuta's released again, but they know that and can prepare for it. So why the need to go to the island place if the current villain in control of Metronui has been defeated? Obviously, it's because it ties into the first movie, but still, uh, yeah, because like one of the last bits of the movie is like cuts forward to yeah, so the elder guys from the first movie, like, oh yeah, those were the heroes from this movie, and they're talking to like the main character of the first movie, and it's like, yeah, now it's time to make your own legend and stuff, and oh, that's how it all ties together. And I guess after the first movie, it's like, okay, Makuta's been dealt with, time to go back home. Like, eh. Seems like they could have gone home at the end of this one, but again, their hands were kind of tied by continuity, because they point out that yeah, Makuta just followed them to Madanui. Yeah, this time around there wasn't really as much character stuff. Like, it was mainly the leader going through his emo phase, and the one other guy. It's like realizing that, like, okay, yeah, I was kind of harsh on the guy. I should probably apologize. Meanwhile, the rest of them are like, okay, yeah, we need to find this one guy to fix ourselves and go get the leader and take care of the evil guy in charge. And other than that, they don't really have much in the way of like character development or anything. So honestly, this film definitely feels weaker than the first two. But probably because, although that's probably because they did all the character development in the okay, I say the first film, but it's the second film, but it's like the first in continuity. Possibly, unless the fourth film is another prequel. I don't know. But, yeah.
Okay, when I can say this moving forward, it's going to be more of a further journey rather than flashing back and things like that. Second, let's just say the I'll talk about this a bit more. I'll talk about this a bit more next week, as there's a huge gap that needs to be filled. But basically, everything connects at one point or another.
Mm-hmm.
Then the transparency thing, I just realized. It's not just an upgrade, but there could also be a bit of a disability hidden somewhere, because in which basically you have to have major control of yourself, and try not to let infection of sorts take hold. And they would eventually neutralize such a thing. Otherwise, would have taken rid. They would have been stuck in such. And then, boy, the later events would have been completely different.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely an interesting movie. And it's like, yeah, the villain's like I said, the lady villain was totally the one in charge, but it's like she just let the other guy think like he was in charge, but really he wasn't. Now I'm wondering why did she even put up with the act to begin with? Like the Spider Minions obeyed her. What was he bringing to the game? Like like the entire point of his existence is to be stabbed in the back. Yeah.
strange choice, admittedly, though. I think they once again had. I think this is one of those cases with Germany as the focus.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say the quote-unquote mentor system are under the different from what I've read in the comics. Hopefully, they become proper truck at some point.
But yeah, it's yeah, the whole, and actually technically speaking, the villain succeeded. Like her whole thing was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna revive Makuta or break him free, and what happens in the end? Her defeat ends up breaking him free. So technically speaking, she won. I mean, yeah, they defeat Makuta in the first movie, but that's beside the point.
And I just realized this may or may not have had some influence on the may have had some influence on the Sly Cooper series.
Oh,
Behold, Kalakala is born!
hmm. Yeah, I never played the game, so I don't really get the reference. So yeah, sorry.
Basically, in the second game, undercover villainous working in sort of similar facsimile. Ends up reviving at the big bad from the first game. Only in that case, both of them are later taken out. It just got him into execute. execute for the sake of the execute for the sake of the movies the sales gimmick they introduced that year.
Ah,
On the actual Toa builds, the back-mounted weapons don't flip out as they do in the film. Well, they had to write on the spread of the creatures or Viscerac.
yeah.
Other things cement certain elements of it came out at the time, so came with two results. Though I should point out that was another year of mold reuse. It's just the Rahaga heads had previously been used on the Rockshi. Sure enough, so look, I've found a family VA for whatever one of our oppositions this time around. Not the first time I cut to this, so I do say this is one of the few times such a performance I can actually relish.
Yeah. Interesting movie. The not quite as good as the first two.
And the second case of where I still remember a few key points, despite the fact I had only seen it once before.
Yep. Getting into some news. Hmm. Uh, Apparently, a Space Mountain movie is moving forward at Disney. Josh Applebaum and Andre Nemec are writing the script. The new The Office series will star Domhnall Gleeson and Sabrina Impacciatore, co-created by Office creator Greg Daniels, and set in the same universe as the original series, but not a reboot. Oh yeah, I heard about this one. After Warner Brothers took various cost-cutting measures, including turning movies into tax write-offs and refusing to pay actors and writers for months, David Zaslav's 2023 pay package is now $49.7 million, a 26.5% increase from 2022. Because he made more value for the shareholders. And really, isn't that what really matters in the end?
How long before WB turns into another Perelman era Marvel?
Oh god. Uh, yeah, god. No. Uh, Noah Hawley's Alien series takes place 30 years before the events of the original Alien movie. The animated Avatar The Last Airbender movie has been delayed to January 20th, 2026, starring Eric Nam as Adult Aang and Dave Bautista as the villain. Got a new look at The Wolf Among Us 2. Oh! They're making a Wolf Among Us 2. Interesting. Fallout has been renewed for Season 2 at Prime Video. Sony Pictures is in talks to buy Paramount Pictures. They'll make a joint bid with investment firm Apollo. Giancarlo Esposito says he was badly broke before Breaking Bad. I see what they did there. Clever. And contemplating arranging his own murder to make sure his children got his life insurance money. Oof. Netflix has used AI generated images in the new true crime doc What Jennifer Did to present Jennifer Pan as happy and confident before she was convicted of murder. The use of AI tools was not disclosed in the credits. Boo. The Witcher will end season 5 on Netflix. Season 4 has begun filming well, with Liam Hemsworth as Geralt. Quentin Tarantino has decided the movie critic will no longer be his final film and has dropped the idea. He is now back to thinking about what his final film could be. Jack Black confirms he will play Steve in the live-action Minecraft movie. Todd Howard confirms that Fallout New Vegas is canon to the events of the Fallout series. Quote, there might be a little bit of confusion in some places. Yeah, I heard about that. How, like, some of the stuff mentioned doesn't make sense regarding the timeline of New Vegas. and it's quite possible that the showrunners didn't actually do enough proper research. Oh, wow. Um, an animated Golden Axe series is in the works. Matthew Reese, David Pudi, Lisa Gilroy, Liam McIntyre, and Carl Tart are part of the voice cast. Wow, Golden Axe. That, huh. I can't say I ever saw that one coming. Pixar assembled a crew of 9 teenage girls who came to the studio every 4 months and watched Inside Out 2 to then give notes on Riley's emotions. Michael Douglas says he wanted Hank Pym to die in the last film. Quote, "There's gotta be some fantastic way where I can shrink to an ant's size and explode. But that was on the last one. Now I don't think I'm gonna show up." So, here's some big news. Keanu Reeves has been cast as Shadow in Sonic 3. Yep. Now the question is, will Shadow use guns in the movie? Because Shadow using guns is canon. I mean, maybe not yet, but I mean, eh,
Admittedly, a possibility given the standards they've set.
yeah. Uh, Invincible has reportedly been renewed for seasons 4 and 5. Additionally, Skybound is developing a AAA Invincible game. A new fundraising campaign for the game has been set up. Disney Plus is planning to introduce channels onto its service. They'll function the same as old school TV channels with different channels for different genres like Marvel and Star Wars. I mean, if you can already choose what you want to watch, what's the point in having a channel? The live action One Punch Man movie is moving forward. Rick and Morty writers Dan Harmon and Heather Ann Campbell are now writing the script. Justin Lin is still set to direct. Sean Levy says Deadpool and Wolverine is not Deadpool 3. Quote, "It's not trying to copycat anything from the first two movies. They were awesome, but this is a two-handed character adventure. So it's less a sequel and more of a side story that gets Deadpool into the MCU." Fair. Always a chance for a third solo Deadpool film later on. Coyote vs. Acme is still available for acquisition, according to one Warner Brothers spokesman or spokesperson. X-Men '97 directors want to make a want to make a theatrical animated film. Quote, if the love and the demand is there from the fandom, and Marvel wants to let us do it, it'd be great to bring these X-Men and these characters, this style, this work to the silver screen. Okay. New poster for the Garfield movie featuring Baby Garfield has been revealed. The film releases in theaters on May 24th. Got a new pony mod for RimWorld. Plus size Delph anime reveals main staff in the first promo video. Target has officially responded to a recent report that it's planning to stop selling physical media, stating that it will continue to sell physical media both online and in stores, but is transitioning to limit the number of copies sold in stores with no impact on physical games. Fortnite leaks detail potential 2024 roadmap featuring more Star Wars, Marvel, and Snoop Dogg. Honestly, if there'd be any time to do a Snoop Dogg thing, it would have been today. What with it being 420. Baldur's Gate 3 voice actor rips AI tools a new one for stealing her job and identity. Trains. Okay, other website.
United Cakes into supervision work has begun.
Mm-hmm.
More teasers for the next pony game on Switch. Kentucky Roller Derby, Sailor Sail, Maritime Mysteries.
CSI Vegas and So Help Me Todd have been canceled by CBS.
Plus, SF Anime reveals her main staff in first promo video. Ghibli earns Kane's honorary Parliament d'Or, Time Magazine Games, Miyazaki in top 100 most influential people list. Away in a take forum's ending theme for My Hero Academia Anime 7th season.
Yuri on Ice movie canceled after 7 years in production.
Ubisoft addressed Star Wars Outlaws iconic character paywall confusion after Outrage. Right confirms the Ballerina next comeback lasts longer than ever before.
Sony confirms that Little Big Planet 3 servers are offline indefinitely after they were taken down temporarily in January 2024 due to tech issues. Valve updates Team Fortress 2 to 64-bit, boosting performance for the 17-year-old first-person shooter. Dwarf Fortress's roguelike adventure mode gets a beta launch on Steam. Apparently, adventure mode is something that was in the original, but is only now getting adapted for like the version on Steam with like the graphical updates and everything. Donkey Kong Country at Universal Studios Japan has been delayed to late 2024. Architect 2 has been delayed to September 3rd due to performance issues. Hmm. Darkest Dungeon 2 is releasing on PS4 and PS5 on July 15th. The Crazy Rich Asians Broadway musical is in the works from director John M. Chu. Right. Anyway,
Elliot's course is 19th career win, 2 Mustang top 10s. For the nuclear rates, we're to receive virtual deliveries for final days of cross country UK duties. Now we're in Nigeria. Repainted. See what we got for sale in Sotelo, Jalisco, 1920 Baldwin, Awesome Cheers Sugar Mill, work on WP 165 continues. Tech and Australian Electric Corporation entered agreements to collaborate on digital technology for Australian ground system interoperability. Forwarding restored to phase 3. CSX CKC unveiled first hydrogen-powered locomotive. British Columbia Heritage Railroad Operation Sightline for a safety review. Success run of Comfort Field for Ghibli Galatea Sierra Leone. Arcadic 18 undergoing cap work. Grand 340 and 346 headed to Durango for the driver and rebuilding. Plane surveys are coming up on day May 4th. And our condolences for this week covers the friends and family of Bob Lavanti, Bobby and Terry's dad. Shox Cooper designed first TGV trains. Jim Foote, CSX President CEO 1722. Angus Cloud, Euphoria, Osiris, North Hollywood, Becky G, The Lion Abigail. Yasuo Matsu. One Piece, Nick Cohen, Mobile Suit Gundam. Dave Underwood. Under Arrest, Chris and Joe Kite. Rita, Black Butler 2. Mark Pedley. Pretty sure of Warcrest Line. One Hero on Australian Champions Research of the Year 04. The Runters, Australian Olympic Swimmer 7236. Rennie Gould, British Motorcycle Road Racer. Kim Christensen. Journalist, LA Times, Pulitzer Prize winner, 96, 2010. And Beverly Hay. religious activist, author, founder of Concerned Women for America. And the finishing touches. BTS.
Yeah, it's like I don't see there being any issue with next weekend or any other weekends to follow for a while. Actually, let me check something. A while ago, I took a picture of the whatchamacallit, the calendar at work, which actually lists some of the work days. Okay, where is it? Ah, here we go. Okay, so eh, yeah, the next Saturday I'll be working is June 29th. At least that's the next one I currently know of, so it'll be a while. Although there is a double in August, so yeah. Then again, that's when wedding season starts up, so that makes sense.
As for me, I'm going to be working on finishing touches BTS. Hopefully, Combined Celebration next weekend won't be as won't cause any interference.
Mm-hmm.
Got some plans sorted as well. Let's get a bit of backlog I need to also sort out. And it's over to complete the saga of sorts. Stay safe, stay well, get Mexican pray, and hopefully we will see